I think instead what I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna bring the lady on and let her talk about her own singing. How you doing, Martha Wash?
Hello, ladies. How you doing? How you doing?
Oh, good.
Martha, the legend, Wash. How are you?
I'm
We had to cue it for you.
well. and hope you ladies are the same.
You know, we're
Yes.
good. We're good.
Yes.
So
How much were you how long was she hanging out in that green room? Did she
she
hear us?
was there
No.
for a while.
I
She was
heard
there
you
for
for
a
a
while.
minute too.
Yeah, I was playing with her actually a little bit, but I was not playing with y'all. I was dead ass serious about what I was saying. But I knew she was there. I was getting ready to play one of your songs, and then I saw you and I didn't want to make you wait. I just couldn't. I sometimes I'll let, because I'm the only one that can see who's in the green room,
Uh
and I was gonna keep you all to myself. But then I thought that would be very selfish of me.
huh.
I was
Yes.
gonna play my time. It's my time actually, because
Mhm.
I don't know if
Mm,
people know about that. You know what I'm saying? That's where I was going with that. And then I saw you, so I said
Gotcha.
we'll lay on that. We'll lay.
I'm good. I'm good.
well,
Ladies, it doesn't matter.
I just want to say thank you, legend. And that's exactly who and what you are. And I say who and what, Miss Wash, because first of all, I don't know if you heard me say already that you're from my hometown area,
Oh,
and you always, well, where you live in my hometown area. Let me just say that I'm not trying to put your area out there on. We're international show, and I don't want folks looking for you, but
thank you.
yeah, but what I will say is that you were always on the back of our tongues in terms of who lived in our area. As a kid, we said, "Yeah, Mother Wash lives out here," and
Mhm.
it was just amazing. And that's for what you do and who you are and what you've done for so many artists in your activism in the music industry. So we're going to talk about that a little bit because we are huge on folks knowing their history. You want to get in this business, know who the artists are, and also know who the shoulders you've stood on.
Mm,
Know who helped pave the way for you to
yeah,
be able, and know who changed up some stuff so that
yeah,
you would be able to do your stuff, right?
right, exactly.
So that is your legacy. That's part of your legacy, Martha. You
Right.
know, thank you for that, because a lot of artists, whether they know who you are or not, benefit from what you have done.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I do.
So help them understand in your words, not mine, because I can talk about you all day, but I don't think they want to hear from me. In fact, I know they don't. I know they don't.
Oh, what do you want me to say?
So I think what Rezi is leaning towards, and before we even do that, before we go there, I just want to let you know that Auntie Melba Moore is watching.
Hi,
And
hey, darling, I see you down there.
yes, yes. Hi. So the experience with Black Box,
Yeah.
I think,
Yes.
is where she's going with that.
Yes.
Oh Lord. Well, it's more so with yeah, Black Box and CNC Music Factory.
Mm.
The bottom line with that is they were using my vocals and putting out videos with another singer lip syncing to my vocals. So I had to take litigation action. And what my attorney did was argue some kind of way where there is legislation now that anyone, whatever artist is out there who has somebody else come in and work with them, that other person has to be featured just as much as the original artist.
Yes.
So you can't, that's with music, that's with videos, all of that. So when you see artist A featuring artist B, that's because of that legislation.
Yes. Truth in
Yeah.
advertising laws. The truth
Right.
in advertising laws. That means that you just can't be picking up people. Now, first of all, let me just clear. I don't care about nobody else's ear, but I'm gonna clear mine for you, Miss Watch. When I heard it, I knew whose vocals it was. Period. For everybody that knows and that is a huge Martha Wash supporter, we knew the legendary vocals. So that was just, I can't apologize for somebody else's misstep and misdeed and just ignorance.
Right.
That
Yeah.
should have never been done,
It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. And then I remember one time the young lady being interviewed and she barely spoke English.
That
And
was Black Box. Yeah,
yeah,
Catherine.
yeah, that was just the silliest thing. That was just the silliest damn thing. Come on now. Come on. But previously and prior to your experience, this is what was going on. And it would happen. You weren't the first one that this happened to, but
No, actually, my whole situation came on the heels of the Milli Vanilli scandal.
yes.
So that was global.
Right.
That was absolutely global. And mine came on the heels of that. So it's like, okay, what's going on, y'all, in the music business?
Exactly.
Okay.
And I just want everyone who's listening to be clear that because you stood up for what you believed in, you stood up for yourself, you went through it, nobody else has to go through that now. Legally, not legally. They can't. Really?
This is the music business, honey.
Oh Lord.
This is the music business.
That's not cool.
And that's all I'll say.
That is not cool. That is not cool. But that
Yes.
sounds
Well, these
like something.
cases, these court cases, unless they're sealed, have hit the you can reference them, and and because you won your case, anybody that has something like that done to them, you have an example, you have a living example, of that exists where you can reference and you can get on your game, because quite frankly, it shouldn't be happening, and of all voices to pick, Martha Wash's voice.
You know what I'm saying? The one of the most distinguished, easily distinguished.
Yeah, that was kind of the crazy part in all of that, is why would you do something like that? People have known my voice, with the fans know my voice. You know your favorite singer's voice.
Yeah.
Without question. And so I'm saying to myself, why would somebody do something like that when they know that it's going to be revealed sooner or later? You know what I'm saying? And I often had thoughts about the whys, but we're talking, this is now 30 plus years ago.
Wow.
This happened 30 plus years ago.
Right.
So, hey, we all live and learn.
Really was that long ago? Jesus.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm getting up there.
Yeah. I'm getting up there. Yes, ma'am.
So I wanted to just check in with you and just ask how you feeling, how you doing. We in a pandemic since the last time I saw you. The world has gone upside down.
I'm doing good. I am fine. I'm living through this pandemic. It just shut everything down, but we're strong people.
Yes.
Look, we're gonna make it work some kind of way.
Right.
And just keep it moving. That's always my philosophy. Just keep it moving. Don't stop. Whatever you're trying to do or you're doing, keep on doing it.
Absolutely.
And just in the midst of all of that, just be careful.
Yeah, right about that. I just wanted to remind you of the last time I saw you. It was right there.
Lord. Oh my God.
Yes, First Ladies of Disco.
Yes.
So how's that going? What's going on? Are we, I know there have been some changes.
Yeah, we're not up and running again yet.
Oh,
Hopefully sometime soon this year.
okay.
We pray like everybody else,
Right.
that we can get out there and do some shows and things. But and funny enough, our last show was in March of last year at the Orleans Hotel in Las Vegas. And right after that was when they shut everything down. Absolutely everything down. So it's been a year. It's been a year.
Wow.
And
not performing at all.
No.
So what has that been like? Because that's I'm going to make an assumption that you love singing in as much as that's your livelihood, but
right.
It's also something that you love doing, correct?
I do. And it's so funny because I haven't sang at all really in a year. And I just did a benefit 2 weeks ago in New York City, virtual benefit for a charity organization that benefits the people of Beirut. And that was my first time singing in a year. And it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep working on this because it came out good. It came out,
of course.
I know what the difference is. Everybody knows their own strengths and weaknesses and that kind of thing. So it's okay. Come on, girl, you got to get it together. Come on, let's do this. So it's like, ooh, and as you I'll say chronologically advance, things change.
Things do change.
Things change.
You gotta exercise it a little bit.
Yeah. But for the most part, it came out good. But I'm saying, okay, I haven't sang in a year. Oh my God.
Oh,
Has that ever happened in your career? First of all, let's talk about that career for a second. Which is still active. Let's just talk about from now what existed prior to 2 Tons of Fun, prior to the Weather Girls, prior to because I know you didn't just Here We Are. I know you were singing prior to that.
Well, yeah. Well, I sang in school, in high school and all of that. And there were I would do a couple of shows with, funny enough, my old high school music teacher. He put a trio together. It was me, him, and another good friend of mine. And we did a couple of shows. But other than that, before I really started working with Sylvester, I was doing the 9 to 5. I was doing the 9 to 5. And when I started singing with him, I was still doing the 9 to 5 and working with him at night, doing shows with him at night. So,
Now, Sylvester, shout out to the late great Sylvester, another amazing just performer, vocalist, and all three of y'all on the stage was just, there wasn't room for that. It was just so much at one time.
It was fun. Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, what was that like touring back then?
Crazy. Hey, we had our episodes, but I would say it was all a learning experience for me, which I really do appreciate. That was my really first professional job, was as a background singer for Sylvester. So I was trying to, watch things that were going on, because myself and the lead guitarist, we were the 2 youngest in the group. So, and it was all kind of new to me, the professionalism type of thing and doing clubs and stuff like that. That was all very, very new to me. So that's what I was kind of paying attention to and kind of getting into the groove with him. I wasn't worried so much about Izora because we had sang together off and on for years in different choirs and all that other kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So we knew each other's voices, and that's kind of why I brought her in to the group. And Sylvester said, okay, let's go.
Mhm.
But for the most part, it was fun.
Mhm.
It sometimes you didn't know what was going to happen on stage.
See, I feel you. I feel you remembering certain situations, and you gonna have to share something with us, Miss Watts. Come on.
I mean, sometimes I can't. It was this one particular song. I don't know what the hell happened with the song, but we kept going around and around on a particular part, and we were trying to figure out how are we gonna come out of this part and go back into the entrance of the song. And it was like, okay, we're gonna keep singing. Somebody gonna figure it out. Somebody gonna hit the right chord, that kind of stuff. And after it was all over, we just fell out laughing about it because it was so crazy. It's like, well, what happened? And things like that. Things like that where crazy stuff happens sometimes on the stage, and somebody's getting ready to fall over a monitor, and just all kinds of stuff.
Nice. So, did y'all have like a close friendship relationship, or was it completely professional between you, Izora, and Sylvester?
We did. We didn't visit him a lot because he was off doing his own thing. Where was I? I was at home, but when it was time to do rehearsals and come together and do the shows and stuff, we were right there.
Mhm.
We were right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nice. And I know this is probably going to be a real hard question. I know that going in, but do you have a favorite song that you like to perform from them?
I've got a few, but if I have to be totally honest, You Make Me Feel Mighty Real was the really big hit for him.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that was never my favorite song.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite song was Dance Disco Heat.
Oh,
yeah.
But you know what? When you say that, I can hear your vocals in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really strong, powerful,
Right. Dance Disco Heat was always my favorite one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
But You Make Me Feel Mighty Real was the big hit for him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, we can still hear your vocals in both of them, but yeah, I can see why you say that. It's funny because this is even though that wasn't your song per se, I know another artist who shared openly that the song that made him famous, not one of his favorites, but he is. But if you go to, and this was Harry Belafonte, and he's talking about Deo, but you cannot go to a Belafonte concert and not connect him the same Deo,
Exactly. Right. I'm sure there are other artists out there that say, okay, this is really not my favorite song, but hey, it's a hit for me, so I got to do it.
What the people say.
Sure.
What was it like moving away from Sylvester and starting up with 2 Tons of Fun?
Harvey Fuqua was the producer for Sylvester, and he was the one that brought it to our attention. He said, okay, you girls need to go in there and make an album. And we said, okay. Okay. Let's, I was for it. It was the first time 2 Tons of Fun was going to have their own album. And it really came out very, very well. Eric Robinson, great songwriter. And he wrote just about all of the songs for the first 2 Tons of Fun album. Earth Can Be Just Like Heaven, Just Us, I Got the Feeling, all of those. So that first album did really, really well. The second album, Back At You, didn't. So, that happens too. But
did he write It's Raining Men?
Say that again.
Did he write It's Raining Men as well?
No. Paul Jabara wrote It's Raining Men.
Oh, wow. Okay. Of Donna Summer's fame. Yes, I know that name.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That was like the gay anthem.
Hallelujah.
Yes, it was.
That was a big song. Like,
It kind of still is to this day. It's a classic.
Yeah.
It is a classic. It is a classic.
Nice.
And you know what? Your voice has been tied to many a classic. Many.
Yeah.
So I just want to fast forward past that phase, and I'm trying to do it sort of chronologically in my head.
Good luck.
You're just not even gonna help me. You just gonna say, good luck. Go ahead, girl. You go. All right.
Hard not to reference.
I'm thinking that whole period of time in the 80s, with the CNC Music Factory and Black Box. How did they get your voice? First of all, were you supposed to work with them and then something didn't go right, or did they do a little tomfoolery and trickery?
With CNC, I knew David Cole because he was the music director for the Weather Girls.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a friendship, and his partner, Robert Clavillis, they were young producers, putting out music and stuff. And at one time, David had asked me if I wanted to be part of his production company, and I declined. And he said, basically, okay. I would go in the studio and do demo tracks for him, for other artists that may want to record this particular song. They need a vocal to kind of get an idea whether or not they want to record the song. So I would go in there and do demo tracks for him to present to other artists. So when Gonna Make You Sweat came along, that was another demo track as far as I was concerned. And went in there and recorded it and basically went on about my business, and come to find out later on when it was released and the video came out with Zelma doing the lip syncing on the vocals. I said, why would you do something like that? It just didn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Again, going back to the earlier conversation about people knowing a person's voice, and thinking that it would be accepted all the way around. When people were saying, no, that's not her voice, which went on to start the whole legal situation. And that's what I did. And so we settled out of court, and I even went on to record the next album with them. So that should kind of tell you.
First of all, I just want to ask you, like, first of all, if I got a reference vocal from Martha Wash, that in and of itself would be like, oh no, I can't do that. Like,
like, first of all, who does that?
I mean, well, no, it's just another demo vocal,
Martha Wash. That's a Martha Wash. Listen, I bet you I can take that. I bet you if I get a cassette, a Martha Wash reference tape, I could NFT that today and make millions of dollars from a reference tape.
I mean, come on. That just doesn't even make sense, though, honestly.
I know. And it was so funny because when I was in the studio, David wasn't in there. And we talked over the phone. He told me what he wanted, on there, what to say and which notes, to sing. And I remember I said, this song is so high. It was really out of my comfort level, range wise, because it was so high. I want to say, really, that's how you hear me screaming. Everybody dance now, because I really had to scream to get those top notes out. it was the key was so high. And that's what everybody remembers is that tag. Everybody danced out because I'm like, I'm trying to grab onto the ceiling almost to try and pull that note out, to get it. And that was the hook.
That did it.
That was the hook. Yeah.
How dare somebody come out and lip sync it and act as if I feel like I want to put that person on go time out. You go on timeout.
No. Hey, you know what? Time brings about a change. And again, that's been 30 plus years ago.
Yeah.
I have moved so far past it.
No, I got it. I mean,
thankfully I'm still here. Okay.
Yes, that's good. We're just petty because this is our first time getting it out. So we'll get over it now. So you had more time to live with it. But you're true Martha Wash fans. I'm super petty, and I had to start to heal from that.
Let it go.
We're gonna let it go, but we're gonna let it go, but we have to let them know.
I'll think about it.
So we could move past all of that. So
good.
There was a period of time where house music, club music, you kicked the door open, bust through that thing, and it was just Martha Wash getting you on the dance floor, and that was it. What was that about? Like, you also, I think somewhere in between that time, did the song with Luther.
I Who Have Nothing.
Right, which is my very favorite. But how did we do?
How did that happen, right?
Yeah, how did that happen? How did the Luther happen? And then were you inspired to just say, you know what, they want to use my voice, I'm kicking down the damn door and letting them know it's me. God damn it. I don't know.
Well, with the producers reached out to me to do some songs, and I did a lot of singles and all that stuff. But with Luther, I got a phone call one day, and he left a message. It says, "Hi, this is Luther Vandross. I'd like to speak to you about something, And what is he calling me for? I could only surmise, and I could be wrong, but I have always thought that his best friend Fonzie Thornton gave him my number, because I used to work with Fonzie. We used to do jingles and stuff in the studio, and I knew they were good friends. So that was my only way of surmising possibly how he got my number. But when I talked to him, he said, "I want you to do a duet with me." I said, "Okay." He said, "Do you know I Who Have Nothing?" I said, "Oh yeah." I've always loved that song. I knew it from the beginning, the original recording, because I used to hear it as a kid. Benny King, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And I said, yeah. And even Sylvester did a dance version. We did a dance version of I Who Have Nothing on one of his albums. Yeah. And so, yeah, I knew the song. And he said, "Well, I want you to do the duet with me." I said, "Okay, sounds good." So went out to LA, and I was in the studio for a couple of days, and we did it for a couple of days. And I thought it really, 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 really came out nice. Funny enough, when people heard that I was doing a duet with Luther Vandross, I could see their minds just going into overdrive. Like, okay. I wonder how that's going to sound. And I could understand it because of Luther's voice and my voice. But the thing is, and people, I want to say people who know vocally, when you're doing a duet or a trio, or there's more than one person in the group, you have to learn how to blend. You have to find the blend. And that's what we did. I knew basically how Luther sang. So what I had to do, and what people that sing together, you have to complement each other's vocal. You have to know how to do that. And I basically knew how to do that, and he would tell me, because he was producing the song. So I went in and did my vocals. And then in some sections, we would be both in the studio at the same time doing the vocals together. So that's where you find your blend and where to come in softly or come in more firmly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about finding that blend and that balance. So that's why I say that was a really, really great experience for me. I really appreciated him even asking me to do it, because first of all, it was a song that I loved. And secondly, he asked me to be a part of it. So I think the end version just came out beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely right.
Like,
Hearing you describe that, I just feel like your voice, now that I understand that you were making choices around his voice, I can almost see it, because I'm crazy, but I can almost see your voice dancing around his voice and pulling things, and like
Right.
controlling yourself, and that part where you both sing together. Ah, okay,
It's
I can't
not,
sing,
yeah,
whatever, but
it's not
you wrote it together. It's almost like making love. Jesus,
right.
beautiful.
It's not about battling.
Yeah,
Two
yeah.
singers are singing at each other at the top of their lungs. It's not about that.
mm-hmm.
It's about the complementary
Mm-hmm.
part of each vocal,
Oh
Mm-hmm.
my.
and how you and how you bring it together and make it work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting when you say that, because singing with 2 Tons of Fun, it was a lot of that in, like, there's one of my other hits that I absolutely love, and so does my wife, incidentally, Just Us.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear that blend in that track too,
Yeah.
and even though there was belting in that, just the way that you complement each other, and it felt like playing with each other, because that it still puts your body into the groove of the vocals, because
Exactly. It's that, that kind of call and response type of thing. But that's for, the singers out there that may be watching. It's about being able to find the right blend and complementing each other's vocals, as opposed to battling each other's vocals.
Right, right. And because you have such distinctive vocal style and a distinctive use of your vocals, because you make choices, with your instrument, and that was the day of actually being in the studio with the other performer. With the more technology we have, like now you have the capacity to fly your vocals and you don't have to be in the room with them.
True.
But I think that chemistry, when you are in the room with them, there's nothing like that, though.
Exactly. And you're right about that. I've had to do sessions where the other person's vocals was already laid down, and you have to figure out how to weave in and out of their vocals that are already done.
Mm-hmm.
That's the, I want to say, kind of the technical part as well, as being able to, to do it where where it doesn't sound like they're two different vocals in two different places.
Right. Right.
Which do you prefer when doing a duet?
Usually with the person.
Ain't nothing like that.
in front. But I get sometimes you can't do that. It's not possible. So you just do your best and let the engineer figure out the rest.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. But can you imagine the spontaneous fire that would happen? It may be some stuff that's not written, that's there, that happens in the moment that you get captured, you know? Like, yeah. You miss out a lot when, you know, technology, of course, you know, makes it, you're able to do more, but you miss out on those nuances that you just will not be able to capture.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Unless the other person is doing an ad lib and you answer the ad lib or something to that effect, where you can kind of make it seem like it's right there together, you know, they're both together.
Yeah. Yeah. That's something that singers are afforded to do. And I've heard when rappers do that, you know, they'll hear a verse and then they want to go back and change their verse based, you know what I mean? Because that is,
yeah. Oh,
know,
yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Absolutely.
Interesting. Yeah. Who would you, living or dead, give us 3 people? Is that fair? Let me think.
Yeah, 3 is good.
Okay. Give us 3 people, living or a transition, that you would want to do a duet with.
One definitely would have been Aretha. I can tell you that right off the bat. She was a great inspiration for me growing up as a girl. Hearing her, I remember doing Chain of Fools in the 9th grade talent show.
All right. Now that must have been a sight.
Oh God, yes. She was for me the ultimate. The ultimate. And I almost got a chance to meet her twice. And each time something happened where I couldn't meet her.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, me too. Too. But that's a good question. Like I said, Aretha would have been number 1. Donny Hathaway.
Yeah.
Donny Hathaway. He was at the top of the list for me as well. I just loved the way he sang because it felt like, as far like the same with Aretha, it just touched my soul. Just touched my soul. Now I'm trying to think of a third person. I don't know off the top of my head about a third person, but those 2 I've always considered to be at the top of my list.
Nice.
Excellent.
JaVonne, what about you? You have, like, if you were a singer and you had to sing vocal. Now, come on, because you don't have to. This is a question now, because
you see what I have. I am a singer. And now what?
give me one person you'd love to sing a duet with. Male or female, living or dead?
Sing a duet with?
Yeah, male or female, living or dead. Who would it be?
Probably Shaka Khan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was easy. Yeah.
I'll take the low notes, and I will.
You were right in my head. You were right in my.
I will let her sing all up and around me, and I'll take the low notes for 200, Alex.
You were right in my head. I swear.
Yeah, I can do that.
It's hard to place yourself like in a Martha Wash, duet, because she cut your range. What is your range? What is your official range?
I have no idea. I have never even thought about it. Wow. And it's changed over the years, like everything else. Again, there's always changes.
Yeah.
But so I'm sorry, but speaking of changes, you are now doing a different type of music. music that okay, that I'm be just as honest with you as I possibly can. Okay,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give it to you. Right, get it,
Okay.
get the pun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So so I am typically an R&B, gospel, jazz, house, some soft rock,
Yeah.
you know, kind of
Yeah. A little bit of everything.
a little
Mhm.
bit, you know, I'll dip and dab.
Yeah.
All the blues, all the blues. Go ahead.
Old, yeah, old time
Yeah.
blues, you know, I'll do
Mhm.
some of that, you know. The music, when I started hearing the music, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna. And then you start singing, and I'm like, oh God, it's still Martha Wash. You have no choice but to love it. You have no choice but to love it.
Well, now that's not necessarily true.
It's true.
It's true.
Because I've had people reach out to me, and I kind of laughed at it because I'm used to it. I've had people respond and say, one particular person said, I bought your CD and I listened to it and I didn't like it. But then I decided I was going to play it again. And now I like it.
now they love it. And you know what it is? Terez always talks about this genres. How genres are categories
The
set up.
devil.
But yeah, it's the devil set up by the companies in order to force you to buy it like this.
Yeah.
It put us all in boxes. Okay, you're
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
exactly. Exactly.
house music box, and guess what? Martha Wash can sing anything she wants to sing, and it will blow you the hell away. How about that? That's
Or
what happened.
or it will make you scratch your head saying,
At first, baby, you know, like I don't think,
You know,
but it also forces growth on you. You know, like
exactly.
it for
Exactly.
the world has broadened because of you.
Exactly. Well, no, I think it's with any artist. I want to say any artist worth their salt
Yes.
that wants to branch out and try different other types of music. I have always, and you ladies know, and everybody else knows, they know me from doing the dance music. They're so used to hearing me do the dance music that they can't separate me
Yes.
from doing anything else but that, because I put out music and the first thing somebody says, well, where's the remix? Ain't no damn remix. Listen to the song. Appreciate what I have put out here now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The thing is, I've never, ever wanted to be just categorized into one particular genre of music because I grew up listening to different kinds of music. Now, as a child, I could only listen to gospel music because it was a very strict religious household. So I grew up listening to all the gospel greats with my mother. As I got to be a teenager, I started sneaking in 45s into my house through my book bag, you know, and listening to the radio on my transistor.
Tell it.
Folks know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
That's it.
yes.
You know, the youngins, they don't know nothing about that.
They don't know nothing. They don't know about that.
You know, but that's how I learned about appreciating different kinds of music. So with the last two albums, the Something Good album was more rock, pop. The Love and Conflict album, the new one, is more bluesy, a little jazzy here and there, a little country here and there, a little psychedelic here and there.
It is bomb.
So it's like some of that music you could literally lift it up and put it into the 60s.
Yes.
You know, it's just kind of I call it kind of a gumbo.
Yes. And it is
of music past.
It is delicious. Now, on the new CD, which is your favorite?
Oh, I hate to always say, give an answer. What's your favorite one? Well, I like.
How much of them did you write? How much of the did you write, and which is your favorite?
Most of the writing was done by Sammy Basboo, Andrew David, and Felix Petit. I recorded the whole album in Montreal.
Wow.
All the producers, Canadian. All the musicians, Canadian.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But I like Glamour Flows.
Mm-hmm.
I like Flowers Blossom. I like Honey My Friend.
Honey, my friend.
Yeah.
Never enough money is
Never enough money is, well, yeah.
That's the truth.
Never enough money. Yeah, that song's about greed and power and how to attain it, how to keep it.
Hmm.
Yep.
No, just hey, never enough.
Never enough.
Never enough.
Those songs feel like songs that you can perform for a long time. That album,
Yeah,
has a long performance lifetime. That's what it feels like.
yeah.
You know.
That's in one aspect why I really didn't want to do a virtual type of performance with it, because it's music that you really need to hear live.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I get
You
that.
really do need to hear it live. So that's why I haven't done any kind of virtual performance with it. You know,
Hmm.
actually, it came out late last year, not early part of last year, and we were supposed to debut it at South by Southwest.
Hmm.
Well, they shut it all down.
Yeah.
But that's
So,
okay. Maybe the people weren't ready, and when we come out of this, we will be damn ready.
Let me tell you something.
I'm hoping.
Yeah. Oh no, it would. Folks is ready to bust the hinges off some of these caves.
You're right. Yeah, you're right about that. Freedom.
Exactly.
Woo.
Yes.
Tell me about it. Miss Walsh, we have a game that we like to play on this show. It's called Rapid Fire. And it's a word association game, right? That we play with all of our guests. And it just gives our audience an opportunity to look behind the veil. It's like a little peek behind the veil of what's going on. So how it works is I'll say a word, then you say what immediately comes to mind. I'll pick 5 words. It's like a call and response. I'll pick 5 words, and then JaVonne will pick 5 words.
Okay.
Yeah? All right. Cool. This is going to be different because I'm going to ask this question. Analog or digital?
Analog.
God.
Yes.
Touring.
Hard.
Sylvester.
Fond memories.
Paradise Garage.
Yes.
More fond memories, huh?
Disco.
Yes.
That's mine right there. That's mine right there. JaVonne, you're up next.
Okay. I will go with music.
Life.
Harmony.
Beautiful.
Success.
I guess I'm not that rapid anymore. Lord. I'll take it.
Black people.
My people.
Voice.
Oh. Oh, that could go a couple of different ways.
Well, what was the first word?
I I want to say beautiful as well, because that can go in a whole lot of different directions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna steal one more. Love.
We all need.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you so much. Listen. Yeah. Sound like frying chicken, right? Oh man.
In my house is burning chicken.
Thank you for always being such an inspiration in music. Our just not enough words to describe your soul, your humor. You know, I've had an opportunity to watch you perform live, and you know, you always left me smiling. And what you do is medicinal. You know, so just thank you from us to you. Just thank you.
I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate the fans over the generations. You know, it's so funny now because there's a new generations that are coming up that are finding out about my music, and even all the way back to Sylvester and all of that. And that's a nice feeling, you know, that new people are finding out about you and the kind of music that you do. You know,
You're legendary. You're one of our living legends, and we love you.
And y'all pay to clear them samples, y'all.
That's right. That's right. So, Martha Wash on Twitter, Martha_Wash, and her official website is www.marthawash.com. So we also have a 24-hour internet radio station. And your music is played round the clock, obviously. And we would love it if you would give us a drop.
Okay.
For the radio station and one for this show.
Okay.
So we're beggars, and
we're beggars.
happily. We only beg from the rich, though. See, we beg from those who we know have jewels to give.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is, hi, this is Martha Wash, and you're listening to WJBR Internet Radio.
Okay.
You can say it, sing it, swing it. Just because it'd be more exercise for your voice.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hi, this is Martha Wash, and you're listening to WJBR Internet Radio.
Wow, you have a
She was gonna go, hi. That famous hi, we're your weather girls.
We're the weather girls. but that
just took me there. I'm sorry.
You just have a beautiful speaking voice too.
Yeah,
like
you should
do voiceovers. You do voiceovers?
I do, but not enough because it's been slow. I just got through doing one for the BBC.
Nice.
Oh wow. Okay.
Nice.
If you know somebody that needs some voiceover work, let me know.
That just took me for a loop right there. That's all I didn't realize. I was like, wow, listen to that. Okay, so the next one is hi, this is Martha Wash, and you're in the basement with JaVonne and Terez.
Okay, I have to write some of this stuff down.
Absolutely.
Okay. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, this is Martha Wash, and you're in the basement with JaVonne and Terez.
Thank you.
Yes.
Does it work?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. One takes.
Yeah. So were you Thundercat?
What do you mean?
Whitney A. Shooter. I don't know. Someone just wrote Whitney A. Shooter, the Martha Wash Thundercat. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what that means either, but I think it's a compliment. So
okay, cool.
we'll take it.
Yes. And if there is a Thundercat movie or show or something coming out, please, whoever you are, at least a little, please get Martha Wash's voice on that, please. Thanks.
Exactly.
It seemed like there was a TV show called Thundercat at one time.
I remember there being like a
cartoon or something.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. And what I want to do on the outro is play one of the songs from your new album.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you pick the one.
Do Never Enough Money.
Groovy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Miss Wash. We love
welcome, ladies. Thank you for having me too. I enjoyed it.
Thank you, Queen.
All right, thank you.
Take care now.
Okay.
All right.
You push your way to the top. Greedy devil, you can't stop. Sugar's waiting in the back. You're flirting on a dating.
My girls.
All right.
I love you all.
Hi, this is Mason. You're in the basement with JaVonne and Terez.
Perfect.
It's Leon. That's right, Leon, for some of your favorite movies, and I'm at brunch in the basement with Terez and JaVonne. Stay here with me. Stay here with me. Stay here with me.
Still in the basement, no longer alone, with my homegirl Terez on the microphone. Music, politics, or just chatting it up. Brunch in the basement, see that's what's up. You never know who might run through. Legendary artist or someone brand new. You miss a lot when you miss one day. At least that's what I heard somebody say. But it doesn't really matter what whoever says. It's always a good show with JaVonne and Terez. Yeah. Brunch in the basement with JaVonne and Terez. Yeah. Let's see who we got today. Come on, everybody's a friend in my head. I already know everybody. Whatever it is. One day I'll tell you about me and Shaka Khan, but you know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But she doesn't know anything about it. But anyway. No, she doesn't. She wasn't even there actually. But anyway.
All our bosses though, Jay. Like, she's got our ears and
I'm gonna send y'all some. I'll definitely get an address. I'll send y'all out.
You can send me some cologne, cause I mean, you know,
like cologne?
Yeah. Just in case I should meet Shaka Khan, I want to smell really, you know, nice.
Oh God.
Okie dokie, babe. Whatever you say.
The time, so
and we thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. This part, that little piece, I'm just gonna keep and play it all the time for myself. But no, I'm just teasing.